Hi everyone, welcome to another video from this page of springtime goodies by Hanna Karlzon from her Seasons book. I'm going to do these two today. These are like sort of water droplets, I'm sort of thinking. That's how I'm going to colour them anyway. So I sort of show you how I would do it. Now, sometimes with a water droplet, you can make it really quite simple, but these are quite big, which gives us a little bit of scope for using a few different colours rather than just one, which I think is rather fun. Now, I'm going to probably use these three colours. Now, I like these three polys. So we've got the cobalt turquoise, the cobalt green and the light cobalt turquoise, those three. I think they work well. I'm going to start with my medium shade. I think that's how I'm going to do it. It's not, oops, sorry, I just hit the desk with my chair. There's no sort of right or wrong as far as I can tell. So this is the cobalt green and I'm going to colour all of it, including these shine areas. If you don't have a white pen, you might want to leave them white or cream. The paper's cream, you might just want to leave them. I have a white pen, I'm going to use it at the end to make this, so I want to colour over it because for me it's a little bit easier to get a nice even colour if I colour over those little bits. So that's what I'm going to do. Now at the bottom I want it to be fairly dark, although I'm going to be adding my slightly darker colour on top, and then I want to fade it towards the top. Now this is just my first layer. As if it looks a little bit messy, it doesn't really matter because there's going to be plenty of other layers on top. But that is my beginning. So you can see it's getting light, dark to light, and you know, you could just leave it like that, but we're not going to. We're going to make it a little bit more involved. Now, you could, some people would leave a little white line around the edge between the black outline and the colour to sort of try and make it look more shiny. I did this with the bottle, which I did just now actually, but it's not something that I'm used to doing, so it was a bit unfamiliar to me. So I've decided not to do it on this one because the bottle was, I was copying a tutorial from somebody else or using it to inspire me, whereas this one is just my own cobalt turquoise. I'm sure it's very much influenced by other people that I've seen and watched over the years, but it's still sort of my own adaptation, so I'm not copying anything. So I'm going to start putting in this deeper, darker colour. Now I'm sort of thinking a little bit about the shape of our droplet as well, thinking it would curve at the edges, so I'm actually going to make it darker even at the top there on the very edges, and just gently bring that colour in a little bit lighter like that. Okay, I'm going to do the same on this one, I think you can see. So a layer, I can just do a layer all the way around to start with. Now, if you're pressing lightly, which I am trying to do, you needn't worry too much about little mistakes because you can erase them. Now, although pencil's going to stain the paper, it's all going to be around this sort of shade, so if it's a little mistake, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go back to my cobalt green now, okay, which is a sort of medium colour. We haven't done any light yet, I'm aware of that, and I'm just going to go along where I did that darker colour, just bring it in a little bit more like that. And the same on this one. Now the joy with your own colouring is that you can do how you wish, so you might want to outline this with a silvery colour, or even, I'm just going to sharpen, or even go over the whole of the water droplet with a glitter glazed pen. This is the light cobalt turquoise, and I'm going to just bring in all of this now. So try to pull the colour right up towards the middle. I am trying to fade it as I go so that it's still lighter on that edge compared to the centre. So we've got a little light bit in the middle. Can you see there's just a little bit of shine? I'm going to do the same on this one. Yeah, so you could go over it all with a sparkly pen to make it look really shiny, which can be a lot of fun. And it's really simple. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that, but you can. Okay, to me it isn't quite dark enough in some of the areas I want dark. I think I'm not going to use a darker colour. I'm just going to go back to the cobalt turquoise and see if I can darken up a little bit, particularly at the bottom. Yeah, that's better. Just leading up to the edges. It's just, if you layer it up a bit, you can get a slightly darker tone, but I need to blend it in, not have a line. Yes, so you can add a sort of glitter glaze pen or stickles, something like that can be fun. And with the glitter glaze, because it's not got any gel, it's just glue, basically glitter glue, then it means that you'll be able to see all your shading work through it. So that can be nice. Now, if you've got a background on your page, which we don't, you could go around this and take away that black line. It would look a little bit more realistic. In a water droplet doesn't have a black line all the way around it. I'm not going to do that. I could do it actually because we've got the blue. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. Trying to find my pen. Put it away. Yeah, here's my white Posca. So I'm just going to scribble it a bit because there we go. Okay, so we'll try and go over the black line on the edge, but I don't want to take it too far in. I don't want to go over any of the blue that I've coloured, so it's a little bit tricky. You need quite a steady hand for pens, which I don't really have. My hands don't shake, but I'm just not very accurate. See there, messed it up like that, and this side needs quite a bit more. And then I'm going to do this. Now, I tend not to like it when the white shine line's drawn in, because I feel like I've got to go over the black as well, and it ends up then being quite a big splodge of white like that. It's okay. Right, I'm going to do a bit more black erasing. It's quite tricky. Imagine doing this for a whole picture. I tried it once, I really lost patience, but you can see the difference between the two, particularly if I just do the white bit here on this one. I will make them match, but I just want to show you what a difference it makes getting rid of that black line. Now, sometimes I feel like when I do it in a picture and I start doing it on something, I feel like I have to do it for the whole page and it takes forever. But I think if you're just doing it for a few shiny elements, you can get away with it, but it's up to you. Just be prepared that you might have to do it for quite a few of the elements, but it certainly looks more realistic because I've never seen a water droplet with a black line around the edge. There they are. This one has still got too much black at the top there, for my liking. Yeah, and you can see how, because I'm very wibbly, the edge of the water droplet is now quite wibbly wobbly, but you know, it just shows you the effect. So I hope you can see that we've got a bit of shape to our water droplet, and looks quite shiny. I'm quite pleased with those, and it really didn't take like 10 minutes, and we've got two, they're quite big, so it didn't take too long, and because I was slow because I was explaining it to you. So yeah, so there we go. That's it for today, just a quickie, but I really like those colours as well. Just favourite colours of mine, which is why I chose them. I mean, you could have chosen them to be any colour really, you know, we don't have to think about realism when we're colouring, but you know, that's what I chose to do today. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.